Eu, Gisele Gasparotto e Marcela Todi, vamos fazer a cobertura do Giro Rosa deste ano. E para começar, a gente convidou a Giorgia Bronzini, que é uma super ciclista mundial, né, reconhecida mundialmente, para falar um pouco para a gente sobre ciclismo, ciclismo feminino, e sobre essa corrida que para a gente é a maior corrida feminina de todos os tempos.
Bom, Marcela aqui falando. Para quem não sabe, a Giorgia foi minha companheira de equipe na Silence em 2018, mas ela é uma atleta que tem quase 20 anos de carreira no ciclismo de estrada, sprintista, foi 2 vezes campeã mundial, tem 3 Olimpíadas nas costas e hoje ela senta na cadeira de diretora-geral esportiva da Trek Segafredo, a nova equipe feminina formada. Ela e a Ina Tottenberg, que foi uma sprintista. A Ina e a Giorgia são 2 das principais mentes pensantes do pelotão dessa última geração, conhecem todas as atletas e são extremamente respeitadas. Então a gente vai ter uma visão aí sobre a cabeça dela em relação ao ciclismo feminino, sobre a equipe dela, essa nova carreira. E é isso aí, espero que vocês gostem. So, I'm going to start first. How are you doing, first of all?
It's a strange years with COVID, of course, so didn't start really with the right foot, but we are getting a bit better, and now finally also we can do Giro, so it's a good way to step out of this year that for all the world was not really nice.
Nice. So, well, this is a special one because I heard from you, and the first question, it's a special one because I heard from you about Ina and, all the stories, and everyone really respects her, and I really respect you. So for me, it's like very interesting to see, you two girls like joining together, 2 of probably the biggest minds in the peloton of the whole generation. So like, how is it to be on the other side, being sports director, with her? I mean,
I always told you that I really have a lot of respect of her, and overall now, I mean, she's kind of ahead of me because she stopped earlier and she started to do this job earlier than me, and even with the USA national team, so she had a lot of responsibility already, so she tried to let me understand how was the way to handle the things in the other way, not to be a rider directing. And in a team like this one is everything different from what I have lived on my own in my career, because it's so big. We really go next to the man, and so we have the same way to handle the thing. So there is a lot of paper stuff that I never thought to do in my life, honestly. If you remember me, I also was a bit against about computer and all this stuff, and now I feel to be kind of master. So I needed even to take some kind of lesson, because there is a lot to do about paper stuff in the end, because you need to put for the management, for the budget, for everything. So every day for me is something new. Also now, even if 1 year that I'm doing, every time I add something to what is my knowledge.
Got it. But also like a big present for all the riders that are, working for you guys, right? It's amazing.
Yeah, it's felt also a bit strange for me, because maybe some of them was my teammate 1 year ago, and we was in the same level. But I can tell you, they have a lot of understanding, and even if they are my friend out of work side, they never ever go in a sneaky way to ask me something that they can do just a friend. So they really are professional, and they don't put me in the way to make a favor or something, be in them way. So they are really super professional, and they help me in this matter.
Awesome, a lot of respect, right? So following that, like, you know, even having the team track with you and Ina, you see, like, what do you see changing? Like, what is your view of what's changing? Because I think, like, if you put in a perspective, the last even 5 years for female cycling, now UCI has like Amina Lanaya sitting at the board as like a general director representing female cycling, and there's the Cyclist Alliance and a lot of movements, and you and Nina sitting at Trek, you know, a huge team that is like working to improve the you know, female cycling. So how do you see, like, throughout this even like 5-10 years, the changes and a little bit of the perspective of what you think it's going towards?
Well, I think the women's cycling had a lot of improvement already, and they maybe do a little bit too much in one step. Maybe it was a bit better for help the little team to grow, also them to wait a bit and do step by step. Instead, we find a lot of difference in these things, and where we think is a lot to do still is about organization, because the team is growing up so much, and the men's team help us a lot to be in the same level of them, but still we don't have enough races to be in that level, because okay, now Giro is on and some World Cup, let's say, without COVID season, still we had missed a bit of some stage tour for cover all the season for the rider. So then for me, because for example, sometimes some men's staff come with us and say, okay, what is the PPO? And I say, there is no PPO for us, you know, so like a question that's for them is natural, like obvious. And, or maybe I call the organization and say, well, I come with the bus. Do you think I can do it? And they say, well, whoa, no, there is no parking for, or like it's really hard to find the spot. And I mean, you can come, but you need to really adjust your schedule in base of the place where we are starting for. So I think that in that way, UCI should help the organizer and the people that really want us as show to breathe it and pay maybe a bit less taxes around, and help them to find a sponsor for bring up the level of the race of the organization.
Maybe interesting. So maybe they're still a bit understaffed. Like, it's, the idea is there, but there's like, it needs still maybe more body to make that happen.
Yeah, but I think UCI knew, and I think they are in the way to put everything on board, because they sometimes they even see that there is a schedule up for us that also as a World Tour team we cannot make it, because it's too much going on in the same period or nothing for 1 month. Sometimes they understood that they needed to put more eyes on it.
Got it. So I'm gonna skip to like getting into the race details. One first question, like, we're seeing a lot of like millennials across the sports, like in men's cycling, you know, the boys, like the new boys are like killing it, and even in other sports like tennis we see a lot, and like girls also. So, and you have like Leticia, which is like a super strong girl, right, coming and making a huge impact. How do you see this generation? Is it also for like on the peloton, because you're closer so you can see better, like you see them like making an impact on the peloton and changing things a little bit, making it more dynamic?
Yeah, for sure. Now I think with the development of the training advice and all the system about power system, nutrition and testing, wind tunnel, all these things, the younger generation is already on it. So they are really prepared, and they can really grow faster than what we have to do. But the thing is that for me, there is one thing that still make a difference between the old generation and new generation. I mean, now the new generation want everything on the moment. They even don't pass the category that they want win. They don't have a patience for waiting, and sometimes even they are not human, they think that they are already champion because maybe they has won something in the low category. And I think that is a not good behavior to pass in our bunch. And sometimes you can really feel, and in the comportment of them, you have something to say. And otherwise, sometimes you see girls that have a mind on it, and they, with the respect, they come and ask, and they waited. But most of them, you know, now we are in the age of up with the phone. They do everything.
Oh,
so
yeah.
they touch the phone and they have the solution on the hands. And I think to do the same in cycling, and it's not the case. So yeah, they need to learn still.
Awesome. Perfect. Giselle,
Giorgia, first of all, it's a pleasure to talk to you. I am a big fan. And let's talk about Giro Rosa. And I want to know what's your feeling about the race this year, about the teams, riders, and do you think it will be disputed or more disputed than last year? What can we expect for Giro Rosa this year?
Well, I think this year we don't have a big mountain, but we have
Giorgia,
yeah.
I think you have to answer again because we can hear you. Now I can hear you. Now it's okay.
Okay, so I say that this year probably will be a bit more fair battle because we don't have a big mountain, but we have a short mountain almost every day. So maybe also some breakaways can make exciting this tour. And I was saying that this year I think will be a bit more battle for the pink jersey because we don't have a big mountain, but every day can be a kind of hard stage, and maybe also some breakaway can go this year, and so see a bit different winner in the stages instead maybe the same name. But also the first stage as a TTT will already say something.
Wow. And what do you think about gravel? We have, I think at the second stage, you will have gravel as part of gravel. Do you know that? And what do you think? Do you think it's cool?
Now in this time, they always try to make exciting the race, putting gravel, mountain. We next time probably expect to go towards a river maybe because they start to put everything.
Yeah.
So the second gravel, the one to the end of the stage, is pretty hard. It's similar to ones of the strade. So we'll make a difference for sure. We'll make a difference and we'll define the winner of the stage.
Nice, very nice. I'm anxious to start the Giro because I want to watch. And what do you think about ASO? Do you think the Tour de France is going to happen for the women in 2021?
Well, this is the hope, and all of us is hope. And for now, the races for us are really going well, and with really a lot of viewer and a lot of excitement. So most of the last one, I think everyone was there to try to see who was the winner in the end of La Course. So that was really super excited race. So I think we can make this up more often.
Okay, now are you back? I think so. I didn't hear your answer, Giorgia, about the Tour de France for women.
I say that we really hope that's going to happen, and I think that ASO for now is happy for the races that they have for us. Like one of the last was really exciting races, like La Course. Everyone was there to look who was the winner in the end, and I receive a lot of comment about that. So I think they are on it, and I think they're going to make for us.
We hope so. Giorgia, you were in Brazil for the Olympic Games in Rio. What did you think about the race, the organization, the structure? Did you like Brazil? How was your feeling when you were here?
Yeah, well, I have really good memories because with Italia we got the medal, and I was helpful for bring this medal. I was in the main breakaway, so with currently some of my rider of now, for example, so it's quite special. And so I had really a nice memories in the way that there was always happy people around, and is what really make me I don't know, like with the relief, and everyone was there to help. No one really was grumpy around, and even if they poor guys, they find the village not really perfect and it was not total finish, but everyone was there to try to help the teams and the nationalities. That was really nice. And on the park there was a lot of people cheering for us. Also that was really nice. And the only thing was that I went to see the god and it was super cloudy, so I couldn't see anything, and that I was a bit sad for that.
I hope you can back here one day.
I hope too.
All right, so just the last question, following your answer about Rio, I don't know if you know, like we don't have anyone going on the road side. We don't have anyone for the men's or the women's side for road cycling going to Tokyo. So seeing what you saw in Rio, do you have any, it could be just one line, what's your your comment or your suggestion, your impression about Brazil in road cycling?
Well, I think in your country is kind of, especially in the main city, is really hard to train and be the federation can go to some experience in Europe for let the rider grow up, like more or less, Marcella, you have done. But maybe if the federation put up a bit of energy and thought in that, they can do an experience as a federation and go in Europe, basic at least for one season, for let the riders growing and understand if they like the way to race, because most of the time you guys go in America, but in America, in USA, the cycling is quite different. And even the Americans, when they got in Europe, they get a bit in shock. So for me, should be someone taking care for talent and bringing Europe maybe beside, I don't know, Italian Federation or French Federation or Belgian Federation, and maybe someone helping you guys to growing. And I think the combo, like if there was a question, could be possible to do, because I mean, after maybe this talent can join some main teams, and that would be really nice. Sometimes USA do like this. I remember some juniors girl coming in Belgium for the Belgium season races, and they race a lot, and they stay over in Europe for the Worlds. I think Brazil can be inspired by what USA do and try to make it. For me, you have all the quality as a country and as a body shape to do a great job.
Interesting. Awesome. All right. So I don't want to take more of your time. It was amazing. A few pearls, as always. And very insightful. Thanks a lot. And I will be cheering because
thank you guys, and I'm sorry for this connection.
No worries.
No, it was awesome. Thank you. Thank you a lot.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, you
too.
too. Ciao Marcella. I hope to see you soon.
Thank Ciao.
You. Bye.
Prego. I know how to
Ciao.
say. Prego in Italian.
Grazie.
Grazie.